Hello, everybody. It's been a while for me, but like for you guys, it's probably been like, I don't know, a couple of days. Um, I'm back. Not really. I kind of have a little bit of a topic. It's like currently like 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, that's how sentences work. And okay, let me just give you some more life updates, and then I'll like get into the topic because I'm currently struggling. And this time it's not about my teeth, okay? My teeth are fine. I've been doing oil pulling and I don't know if that's been helping, but like I mean, it's not helping my grinding, but it's like I don't know what it's doing. I've been only doing it for like a week or so. So like I'll update you guys if I ever discover any magical properties with coconut oil. Just kidding. There's no quotes in coconut oil. It's just coke. I'm just playing around. I'm just goofing around. But like I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't want to like strip naked and like give you guys like a full body exam, but like I have been getting like these fucking like rashes all over my fucking body, and like I've never had this before, like ever in my life. I've had it like mostly recently, like within the last like month or so. I've experienced it like twice, and it's like pissing me off because I'm like I've never experienced this before like ever in my life, and it's currently now happening to me, and I can't decipher what is the cause of the issue. And I'm not stressing out about it. It's just pissing me off because well, I don't want it to happen anymore because it's pissing me off, because I don't want my skin looking like, I don't know, like someone slapped me around real goofy like. So basically it's not like, well, it's kind of like blisters like on my face. It's like red, and it has like little, it's like very very little, it's like very minuscule, like little white dots. It's not like pimple size. Like if there was a pimple on my face, you guys would be able to see it, because even if, oh sorry, I was brushing my teeth, but like it's like very very minuscule, like little like red, like little white dots on my face, and it's like also like pretty red like on this side. And like I've only experienced that after I went to the state fair, because I was outside in the sun for like a long time. And so, as someone who is a certified neat motherfucker that lives inside their parents' house, um like my skin was like, what the fuck? And so it took me a week to like heal from that. But after that, like my skin went back to totally normal. Like everything was a-okay. And then I went back to school, and there's sun because I'm finally out in the day. And and then it just started happening again recently. It happened again, like, I think like on Monday, I was like wearing this cardigan, and like my arms, like I like rolled it up at the end of the day, and like it was all just like red dots all over my arm. Like it's fine now. But like I was like, what the fuck? Like it wasn't even exposed to the sun, because I was like, and it was like a really overcast day as well. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I just assumed it was like, I don't know, like I don't know, I ate something. I don't know. I didn't even eat anything that day. Like like during the day, like I was in school where the reaction happened, because by the time I got home, it was still there. Um and then I was like, what the fuck? This bullshit. And then it went away, and I was like, okay, cool. And then yesterday I noticed, like at the end of, like when I came back from school, like my chest was like all red, like right here. It was like red, but I don't, like, it doesn't itch, but when I feel it, it feels like very very bumpy. It feels like, it's not like braille, like a rind of an orange almost, it feels super gross, and I don't like that feeling on my skin. And like it isn't very noticeable when I'm out in public. But I do show a lot of my tits when I'm in public, so like the eyes like go down there. I'm not stupid to it, like I'm a horny, no I'm not. I'm a dirty dog too, okay? Sometimes I be staring, admiring, okay? I'm not like I fucking them. I'm admiring them because the girls are sometimes looking good, okay? But like I understand the game, okay? So if my tits are out, like I guess you have my permission to look at them because I already have them out, okay? It's not like I'm gonna be like, you don't look at my tits when I already have them out. Like they're out for a reason. It's for the aesthetics, okay? Um, but what was I saying? But yeah, but so the eyes get drawn down there, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then like it like happened like yesterday night, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I like noticed that my one of my ears was like getting like super red and puffy and like super fucking like hot, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like only this ear I felt it was like super fine. Like it doesn't feel like both of them feel fine now. But like before I was like molesting them, and I was like, why do you feel like that? Like, why do you feel so like bumpy and like irritated? And I had some shrimp, and I was like, okay, maybe it's the shrimp. And then so I was like, okay, maybe if I sleep it off, it'll go away. And then I woke up, and then like my ear was fine, but then like I checked my chest, like it's not in my chest, it's literally like the upside of my dude, like where the tits at? Where your tits at, bitch? Okay, you guys. Okay, like not too much. I don't have my push-up bra right now, but if I did, you guys would be like, "Wow, we." But like right now, I'm sagging. Okay, um, but like this chest area right here, like my like what is this called? Like chest, like bone chest bone, chest plate. Like the area above my chest is like super fucking like bumpy, and like the rest of me is fine. Like it's like up here, like my like the back of my neck, and like it only goes from like the back of my neck like all the way down, like halfway, like down here, like about here. And then like the rest of my body is fine. My legs are fine, my stomach is fine, everything else is fine. My tits are fine. Well, no, the top of my tits are a little fucked. um not like visually, like not like form wise, but like texture wise it's fucked. Okay, like if you felt me up right now, I would feel like a lemon, you know, like with all that rind and shit, like feeling all that like little divots. That's what I would feel like, and I don't think anybody would want to feel someone up like that. Okay, like I'm okay with wrinkles, feeling like a Slim Jim, but like feeling up like a wrinkly, you know, you have you ever like open like cut open a lemon or a lime, and like just like left one half in the fridge, and then like it gets all like kind of crusty on like the rind part. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like, and it just don't feel right. Okay, I'm moisturizing, I'm doing the things I did before when I had that rash, because I searched it up when I got the sun rash at first, and I found out it was sun rash. Okay, I didn't know what the fuck that was, because I only have heard of like sunburn but not sun rash. I was like, what the fuck is sun rash? And then I searched it up, and it's like, oh, it's common for like, I don't know, motherfuckers, right? And so I'm a motherfucker, and I got it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then so I started introducing more sunscreen into my routine, because I was like, if I'm like, I'm not allergic to, I don't know if I'm allergic to the sun, because I've never got diagnosed. I don't think I'm ever going to the doctor for it. But like, I was like, okay, I'll start wearing sunscreen as a preventative measure, just in case I like get like skin cancer, and next thing you know, like, you know, I'm in chemo. That's not funny, you guys. That's not funny, okay? Cancer's not funny. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I started wearing sunscreen, and I think the day that I started wearing sunscreen was the day that I like noticed those dots in my arm. So I stopped wearing sunscreen the next day. And then so the next day I started noticing it on my chest, like I told you guys, and I didn't wear sunscreen that day. So I was like, so it can't be the sunscreen, because I was getting reactions on both days regardless of me wearing sunscreen or not. So it wasn't the sunscreen. And when I checked my legs, because I put sunscreen on my legs too, my legs were fine when I had the sunscreen on, and my legs were fine when I so I'm like trying to thunker. I'm trying to ponder like, what is the issue here? I'm trying to like, theorize, right? I'm trying to like hypothesize, like what the fuck is up? And I don't know what the fuck is up, and it's pissing me off, because I'm like itchy all the time now, and it feels fucking gross. And like I just don't like it when my face has texture, because like I'm okay with like a pimple every now and then, but like having like just these little like dots on my face that's like red, like it's like all up in here, like if you guys were to come up to me and like be like Helen Keller and just like fucking rub your hand up and down my face, yeah, no bueno, no bueno. Okay, and that's not to diss anybody who has texture in their face. It's just, for me, I've never had it before, so it's odd for me. But if it's something that you're like, it just is you, then that is you, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, ew, you know, that's not who I am. So yeah, and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, I've been taking a lot of I don't think it's ibuprofen. It's the other thing, the white pill. It's like Tylenol. It's like, yeah, it's like Tylenol, but like Costco brand. So it's like the real government name of it. But it's the same shit. I've been taking that because I've been having like tooth pain from like my filling. My dentist was like, oh, it's gonna hurt for like a couple of months, and I was like, couple of months. Okay. I'm like, I've never, okay, whatever. And then I'm like, okay. And then like, whenever I would like brush my teeth, I'm like, damn, my teeth hurt. Let me just pop one of these bitches. And then I've been popping it for like, I don't know, like a week. I've just been taking one or two a day. And then like I think I told you guys this before, but like I'm not like a medicine taker. The only thing I take are vitamins, but not like medicine where it's like cough medicine, like not painkillers. I don't think they're called painkillers, like maybe pain relievers, but not like fucking like opioids. Okay, I'm not taking that shit on a daily. But like I generally like whenever I'm experiencing like any type of pain, I just try to tough it out. Cause that's how us Asians roll, okay? Because if you're in the jungle, who the fuck is gonna have Tylenol? Okay, no, just kidding. But I was like, what the fuck? And then so I'm thinking it's probably the Tylenol. Like I'm still having like teeth pain, but I'm gonna like try to see. I'm gonna try to like slowly remove like the things I've been adding into my life, to see like what the issue is. Because I don't think it was a seafood. Because I've been previously okay with seafood, because I eat a lot of shrimp and like salmon and stuff. So I don't think that's it. And then the only thing I can think of is like the sunscreen that I recently added to my routine. Like I didn't have that reaction the day that I used it. But like it could be a possibility that the sunscreen was like affecting me like a couple days after, like it took effect like a couple days after, you know, I had to like settle into my pores or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But I don't know. Right now, it's like pissing me the fuck off. And if I wake up tomorrow and I have like dots like on my legs, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. If I have like dots anywhere else, like if my chest like just like if the dots on my chest disappear and then just like goes to another place in my body, it's gonna piss me off so bad because that means the problem is not resolved. And I read up on it and it was like, oh, so those things are like probably like you're like having allergic reaction to something. I'm like, well, I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm having an allergic reaction to. Like, I don't think it's the sun. Like, there has been quite a bit of sun, but like I keep my skin covered quite a bit. Like, I mean, I have been showing my chest quite a bit as well, but like it just doesn't compute. Like, why were my arms? My arms are always covered. Why were my arms like fucking like dotted up when they were covered? But like, okay, I don't understand it. So I will give you guys an update whenever anything, like if anything gets worse or clears up. Like you guys are my doctors now apparently, because I just don't want to go to the doctor, okay? Like I just don't have I have insurance, it's just I don't want to fucking go, okay? Like you like I'll be on like death's door before I go to the fucking doctor, or if my parents like force me to. But like I don't think they're ever gonna force me to because they don't know about it. Okay. But anyways, so today's topic, I was thinking about this in the shower, and I don't know if it's like a super serious topic, but like, it's just something I'm like a little bit like self-conscious about. No, I'm not really self-conscious about it. I'm just here to ask you guys, the masses, because I don't know if it's like a normal thing, and if it is normal, that's great. If it isn't, that's something I would have to amend. But okay, so the situation is, right, I'm the type of person that well, okay, so okay, so I'm the type of person that like I'm like very like forward with how I feel about people, right? If I don't like someone, I'll like show that. And if I do like someone, I'll like say that as well. So like I'm like, oh, I'm the type of person that's like, oh, I really like talking to you. Like I always am like that person who's like, oh, like I love talking to you, like to their face. Like I don't, like I'm very kind of like open. I don't know. Like I wouldn't say like I'm open, like I'm like consistently like always saying like, oh my God, I love you. I never say I love you. I'm like not affectionate, but like I'm very kind of like open about how I feel about people, and it's very like evident about how I feel. And I'm always like complimenting people and stuff like that. And I'm always like I'm always like asking people, I don't know. It always feels like I'm giving people like interviews because I'm always asking them questions instead of like kind of like giving my thoughts. I'm always like, oh, so how do you do that? Or like, oh, why did you do that? Or like, what are you doing today? Or like stuff like that. And I never really kind of like it's always a question that's coming out of my mouth when I'm having a conversation rather than like saying a statement. Does that make sense? It feels like I'm always like kind of like drilling them, but like that's the only way I know how to talk to people, because I'm like, if I like make it about myself, then I'm like, ew, that's gross. I don't want to like direct, like a conversation was supposed to go two ways, but like at the same time, it's like I feel like if I'm talking to somebody, I want to talk to them, right? I don't want to talk about myself. So I end up like asking them questions about themselves, and then I I don't know if it makes people feel like pressured to like answer those questions, or like feel pressured to be in the conversation with me, because I'm like engaging with them. At the same time, I am trying to engage them, because I do, like, if I'm having a conversation with you, I'm obviously wanting to, right? And I'm obviously wanting to engage with you. But at the same time, I don't want like me asking questions to feel invasive, or like, yeah, invasive, or like super fucking like nosy and shit like that. Like, I don't know if that's like something that other people do as well, like when they're like talking to other people and like, you know, chatting it up. Like, I don't know if you guys, if that's like a normal thing to do. It's not like I don't, it's not that I don't think I'm an interesting person, or that I can't like hold a conversation, like if I were to like interject with my own personal details. It's kind of more of like, I just like I said, I just don't want to be selfish in a conversation, because I know what it's like when you're talking to somebody and they like, you're trying to like tell them about how your day is going, right? And then they're constantly like, oh, well, you thought you had a bad day, well, guess how my day is fucking going, shit like that. Like, that pisses me off personally, and I don't want to ever have that happen to someone I'm conversing with, right? Because I want the experience to be enjoy like pleasant for the both of us, right? And for me, I find a lot more enjoyment out of like kind of giving people the space to kind of tell me more about like how their day is going, or like what they're doing, or like stuff like that. And but like I'm just always like, I was thinking about, I'm like, is that like a form of like, I don't want to say manipulation, I don't think it's manipulation, or like love bombing. It's not love bombing by any means, but like I'm always like I feel like I'm always like a little bit like too like forward positively, you know. I'm always like, oh my god, like I like talking to you, like oh my god, like hey, like always. I don't know, I'm like, I don't know why I'm like self-conscious about that, and I'm not self-conscious about it, I'm just curious about it. Like I want to know if that's like a normal thing to do, like, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people who are like always like super like upbeat and super like, you know, like super, I don't know, like always like complimentative, and like always just kind of like not very critical, are always kind of like, I don't know, like I'm like always like kind of like side eyeing it, and I'm like, I think about it, and I'm like, I'm like that, you know, I am that person. I'm like super like, I don't know, what's the word? Just like, I'm not like a people pleaser, because I'm able to say no to things, and I'm able to like I don't know, like I when I think of like people pleasing, I always think come back to the idea of like being able to say no to somebody, and being able to like put your opinions in, and like have your, you know, your thoughts heard, or your intentions matter, you know. And like, so I don't think I'm like a people pleaser, because I obviously do whatever I want. Like if someone asks me to do something and I don't want to do it, I'm gonna be like, hey yo, I don't want to fucking do that. And if they don't like that, then that's on them. Like like I'm my own personal being, you know. But like at the same time, I'm always like kind of more like cautious around people, even if I'm like close to them, like even if I'm like best friends with them. I'm always like super conscious about like thinking about how they, like how comfortable they are speaking to me. And I always try to cater like the experience of talking to me, in order to, I always cater the experience when talking to me like to be more kind of suited to their vibe. I always try to like be like accommodating to them. And like I always like feel like super guilty when I like take the whenever I like try to like relate their experience to my experiences, because I'm always like, oh my god, am I making this about myself? Like, am I being a narcissist right now? Am I being like a gaslighter? Am I like being abusive right now? Like that, it's like, it's a shit that goes in on my mind. I think it's like a part of like anxiety, maybe, I don't know. But like I always think like that. So, and like I noticed that a lot more recently, because I obviously talk to more people now, and I'm meeting more people, and like I'm always talking to them, and I realize that like whenever I like speak to them, I'm not speaking to them, I'm interviewing them, I'm asking them how their day is going, I'm asking them all these questions. And like I don't know. It's not like they never really ask me how what my day is doing. Like if someone asks me what I'm doing, I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing shit. But like I'm not gonna lie, I do get super like uncomfortable when people like ask me questions personally. Especially when it comes to like, like what projects I'm working on or like what I did outside of class or stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know, like I just did this and that. But like when I ask other people, they're always like happy to answer. And I'm like, well, maybe that's a me thing. I don't know. Because we had to do like presentations in class like a lot this week, and like every time we had to present, we had to like go up in front of the class. Like usually like for like presentations we would do in like small group critiques and stuff like that, but like in this one specific class, like we have to do it like in front of the entire class. And it's like, it's not like I have like so like public speaking anxiety. It's just I can speak I can speak to a crowd. It's just like I just don't like being asked questions. So like basically the assignment was we had to like choose a font that like encompassed our like identity, our vibe or whatever. And so I made this font like a while ago, like in the summer, and I was like, okay, I'll just choose this font. And then I went up and I said that. I was like, I made this font a summer ago. It's my handwriting and it's my own typeface and whatever. And yeah, and then he was like, well, why does it encompass you? Like, why does that represent you? And I'm like, because I made it. Oh my god. Like I was like listening to everybody present and I was like, oh yeah, like that makes total sense. Because all of them went up and they explained why they chose that font and why it like relates to them as a person. But like for some reason I just totally blanked on that and I just told them why I chose the font. It's because I made it. But like I didn't relate it back to myself. And then my professor was like, yeah, so like, but like why did you choose it for like you? And I'm like, because I made it. And he was like, okay. And then it happened again when I was presenting my design to a client in the class, and they were like asking me all these questions, and I was like, I don't know, I just think it's cool. Like, yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, so that's why I was like thinking a lot about it in the shower because I was like, I don't know if that's like a form of like, because like for me I feel like that's one way I'm able to kind of engage with people and get to know people better, because I do have this habit of just kind of being a listener. Like someone can just talk to me consistently over and over and over, and like for me, like I'm listening, right, and I'm like taking in everything they're saying. But like for me, I just don't have the need to like react or like say uh-huh or yeah or whatever. I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever, right? But like that's just like and that's what I'm like trying to work on, and that's the reason why I'm like always trying to engage people with questions, because I like I said, it always feels wrong when I like divert the attention, because like if someone's talking about how their day is going and how they're having a rough day, I don't want to like be like, oh yeah, sorry you're having a bad day, I also had a really rough day. And like I feel like it diminishes their experience, and like, but like at the same time, like if I had a rough day and they had a rough day, like like we're both in it together. But at the same time, it's kind of like I don't think they need to know that. I'm the type of person that like if I don't care about like what I'm feeling, then the people shouldn't care. Like if I'm having like a rough day, but like it really doesn't affect like other people's like experience of the day, I'm not gonna tell them. Like if I'm having a rough day and someone's asking how my day is going, I'm like, I'm doing good. Or like shit like that. Like I don't know. Like I told you guys, I'm a fucking liar. I just like to lie for no reason, and that's. I was like, I don't know why I do that. Or like they'll be like, oh, so like, have you done the assignment? And then I'll just be like, no, I haven't. But like I'll actually do I've already like finished the assignment and submitted it. But like I don't know why I do that. Like I should just tell them I finished the assignment. Like what is the point of me lying? I don't know. I don't know why I lie like that. Like, but like it's always the minuscule shit. Like I don't lie about like big things. Like if I'm gonna like, I don't know what like a big lie would be. Like I don't know, like lying your way into college or some shit. Like I don't lie about that. Like I give them all the like correct information. But when it comes to small like daily mundane shit like that, like routine shit, like people ask me like, I don't know, like shit, like random shit, and I'll just like lie about it. Well, there'll be times when I'll be like more truthful, but like it's like always kind of like a white. It's almost like kind of like a hidden truth. Like I'll tell them like a half truth. I'll tell them like like the partial truth, but I'll like hide details about it. Like like I said, I'm like an open person, like personality wise, but when it comes to like actually telling people like about myself, I'm like, yeah, no, we got to keep that under wraps. But at the same time, it's like I also want to be more open as a person, because I feel like I like people who are very kind of like open and just kind of say whatever the fuck's on their mind. And I am like that, but I just, I crack jokes, but it's not like jokes about like myself. It's just jokes, like you can joke about shit other than yourself and like wanting to kill yourself. And like, why did I say that? Wait, why did I say killing yourself? That's not funny. Anyways, but but like yeah. So I was wondering if you guys do that too, like asking people like a lot of questions and always like wanting to like divert the attention from the conversation away from yourself and onto the other person. I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot more interesting for me to to just let people talk because it like takes off the anxiety of me having to like actually like carry the conversation with my actual genuine like personality. Because when it comes down to it, I don't really have a personality. I'm just kind of like I just talk and like I hope people understand what I'm saying, and if they don't, then it is what it is. And yeah. And like I don't know, like I don't know, I learned a lot about people when they like when I do that method, but at the same time I think it's kind of a scummy way to like learn about other people. Well, how else are you supposed to learn about other people? But at the same time I don't know. So that's a question. Do you guys also kind of suffer through that when you guys converse with other people, or what? Like what's the dealio there? Cause yeah, I mean it's not something I'm like super like like conscious, like self-conscious about. It's not like, oh, like this is a bad thing that I'm doing, like I need to change it right now. It's kind of just like I don't know if it's like something I should like be more aware of. um and yeah, like I don't know, like I've talked to a lot of people and I just realized how like I don't know, people are like very a lot of the people I talk to kind of feel like they just don't have anybody else to talk to. Like, I know that's not true, but at the same time, it's like, it's not often like people get the chance to kind of talk about their day, like mundane shit, and get to talk about like how they're doing and stuff like that, and have people actually engage with them on a one on one level. And so I think that, in that sense, I'm kind of giving them the opportunity to do that when they talk to me. And I don't know if people like that. I don't know if people think it's like intimidating when I'm like, oh, so what did you do today? I don't use that tone, but like, I'm like, oh, so what'd you do today? Or like, oh, that's pretty cool. So like, how did you do that? Or like, oh, what's your major and stuff like that. And like, I'm like always asking them all that shit. And like, if someone was doing that to me, like I said, I would feel intimidated. But I don't know if other people feel that way. I mean, the people that I talk to obviously like still converse with me and talk to me, and like always whenever they see me, they're always like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey." So obviously I'm not the only one. I'm not the only side that's like engaging in the conversation. They're always like they come up to me and ask me about shit too, but it's just I don't know. And like I said, it's like a lot of people like just don't have that like personal experience with other people a lot. And I mean I like having one-on-one talks with people a lot more than like doing like a group setting, because I feel like I get to know the person a lot better for one, and it just feels like a lot more comfortable for me personally. Because when I'm in a group setting, it feels a lot more kind of stressful having to accommodate multiple different personalities and people, and like it just becomes a lot, and I just kind of just don't talk in bigger group settings because I'm like I don't really know what to do. But I'll be honest with you, man, when I'm in a group setting with like really big introvert extroverts, I usually become a lot more introverted. But when I'm in with like introverted people, I tend to kind of take the leader role, because right now we're doing like a group project and I'm in a group full of introverts, and I'm like, holy fuck, like I gotta start talking here. I gotta I can't just sit here and fucking scratch my butt. So I've been taking on the leadership group, like leader role, and I do that a lot when I'm in a group with like introverts. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be the de facto leader. But when I'm in a group full of leaders, I'm like, okay, I'll take the back seat. Like I don't need to be like I don't mind being like the leader. I sometimes like having control, but at the same time, it's like when you're in a group full of like leaders, it's kind of like, okay, I'll just take the back seat. Like it's not a big deal. I don't want to be like the big honcho motherfucker. Um, where was I going with that? But yeah, so like in like group settings, I just don't know how to like accommodate different personalities very well. And I feel like I come off like very kind of standoffish and very awkward when I'm in like a bigger group. And especially if I don't know like certain people in the group. Like if it's like a group of people that I'm like familiar with and I know them and I can like and I've had like a one-on-one like conversation with like individually with them, I'm able to kind of like, function well. But like if I'm in a big group and there's like some people I don't know, I don't know how to accommodate them. And like and like for me, I always try to accommodate my personality as well. Like I try to, if I'm around people I'm comfortable with, I'm gonna cuss like a fucking sailor. But like when I'm around other people, I try to like tone it down and be a little bit more gentle, because I can be abrasive. I know that I can be like kind of a dick, not a dick, but I can be like kind of like, like really out there, because I cuss a lot. That's something that I need to work on. If I ever want to like get hired, because can you imagine me at a career fair and I'm like, yeah, fuck no, so my name is fucking Quinn and I do a lot of like, dumb shit. Like no, that's stupid. Okay, you gotta be able to communicate well without having to, cuss and shit. But like I don't know, like but like I don't know. I like people who cuss. I think it's funny when people cuss, and I like it when people like just say vulgar shit, because I get a kick out of it, man. Like I said, 13-year-old boy rolling around up in here, not sexually. Now you guys are weird, but like just mindset. Okay, you guys are weird. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, like I feel like that's like a symptom of like being like not insecure, or like not, maybe it is, maybe being like very kind of like self image oriented. Because like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't care what people think about me, like I'm my own this and that. Like I do care. Everybody gives a fuck about what someone thinks of them, right? Like regardless of who you are as a person, like you're gonna care about what somebody thinks of you, and if you don't, then like good for you. But like if you're normal, if you're normal, then you care about what other people think of you. And I think that like a lot of the time I'm always trying to curate an image of myself that I want people like it's not like an image of like, oh, I'm a bad bitch, or like I'm confident. Like I'm always like trying to curate an image that I would think that would cater to the person I'm talking to. Like I would, like, does that make sense? I feel like that doesn't make sense, but like I'm hoping it makes sense. Like I'm trying to, like, my personality, I try to make it like as fluid as possible, to the point where I'm like able to kind of ebb and flow between like different like people that I talk to, And like I don't know if that's like a symptom of me just not having like a personality, because I feel like whenever I talk to someone, or like whenever I like kind of like analyze other people. I do this a lot. Whenever I analyze other people and how they interact with people beyond me, I kind of realize that they usually have like a fairly consistent like personality. But like when it comes to me, I kind of like ebb and flow, where it's just like I'm like this person here, and then I'm this person here, and then I'm this person here. And I think that's something a lot of people do actually, but maybe I just don't pick up on it. Like obviously I don't have like classes with these people, and like so I don't know how they like interact with people like outside of like my range. But and I think that's like another like thing of like being of like, it's not code switching, but like it's like a form of code switching, but like it's not code switching. I just can't, I don't remember what the word is, okay? But it's just like kind of like tailoring your personality to like the experience you're currently having. I just can't remember what the fucking word is. Like it's like you're not gonna like cuss and shit when you're like in a professional setting, and you're not gonna like be all fucking prim and proper when you're speaking to the homies, right? So maybe it is like fucking what that word I said was like, what was it? Okay, why am I lagging on the word I just said? Whatever word I just said like is a thing. But like I don't think it's that, because I still like cuss and shit when I'm around people and stuff like that. But like I don't know, I like as a baseline, I'm a fairly like introverted and reserved person. I feel like you guys probably don't get that, because I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Like if you guys were in front of me right now in an audience, I'd just be like, you know? But like since I'm alone, I'm just like kind of spitting shit out of my mouth. But like I don't know, like I don't know, like I've always wanted to be more kind of like like I said, I'm not like shy. It's just I'm just reserved. I feel like there's a difference. Like I'm like if I don't feel the need to say something, I won't say it. But if I do say something, if I do want to say something, I will say it. But like I feel like when it comes to like being shy, you're like you want to say something but you can't, you know? And I feel like with reserve, you're able to say something but you just don't want to, you know? And so yeah, I don't think I'm a shy person at all. I just find myself like kind of being like wanting more like that like privacy, not privacy. Like I don't have a lot of things to hide. It's just I want to like keep things to myself and kind of come off as mysterious. Just kidding. Like if you want to know something about me, I'll tell you, but maybe it'll be a lie. I don't know. Oh my god. um but yeah, like whenever I'm talking like super like extroverted people, I'm always like, how do you do that? Like how are you like constantly like on? Like I can be on for like a couple of like hours maybe, but like not every single fucking day. Like I would have to be like on for a couple hours and then you would have to like lock me up in like a solitude, like a solitary room or something to like leave me with my thoughts for a little bit so I can like recuperate. Put me in a straight jacket while you're at it. Like that's where I'm at. But like I don't know. I guess like I don't know if extroverted people also kind of get jealous of introverted people. I've never really kind of talked to an extroverted person to like that extent where I'm like asking them about that, but maybe I should, because I would be interested in doing that. Um, but here's the downside to also being kind of reserved but not shy. I don't really like do the first, and I don't really engage first. Well, I will if I have to, right? That's an aspect of like being reserved. Like I will if I have to, if I'm like obligated to. But like if I'm not, if there's like no obligations, if there's like nothing, if there's no reason for me to talk to somebody, but like I kind of want to talk to them, I won't talk to them because I'm like, well, what's the point, right? Because I'll talk to somebody if they come up to me, right? Like if I want to, like, oh, I don't even know how to say it. Like, okay, scenario. If I like, let me. I don't know. Okay, I find someone attractive, right? And then like we're in like the same class or something like that, and like I want to talk to them, but there's no obligation, there's no reason for me to talk to them, so I won't talk to them because there's no reason. I have to have a reason to talk to somebody, right? Um, like that reason could be as small as like, oh, can I get a pencil from you? Or, oh, we're friends, or oh, we're this and that, right? But like I always have to have a rhyme or reason. Like I don't want to talk to somebody just to talk to them. I have to have like a objective, you know? Like that's how I think of like a lot of my like interactions. I always kind of like structure it in a way where it's kind of like it makes sense in my head, and like it yeah, it's kind of like mission based almost. It's very structured in my head of how I like have my conversations. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I tend to be the listener, because I let things like kind of go inside of here, but then outside I'm just kind of like, yeah, for real, you know, I'm just not in my head and shit. Um, so yeah, I'm not like much of an engager, and I'm like I want to be more of an engager, you know, because there's like a lot of cool people that I want to talk to, but like I have like no reason to talk to them other than to like think that they're cool, you know. And it's like I'm always kind of like self-conscious about the fact that like maybe they don't want to be talked to, because there are days where I'm like I just want to be left alone, and like I don't know if that's the thing that they want to do, because if people have their headphones on, I generally do not talk to them, because that's how I am. If I have my headphones in, do not talk to me. But like just like in general, if even if they don't have their headphones on, I'll just ignore them. Like okay, you guys probably do this too, but like you guys ever like see someone that you really want to talk to, or like are just interested in, not like as in like maybe romantically, for me it's mostly like mostly just like as of like a human interest. Like I find them interesting as a person. Like maybe I find their style interesting, or maybe like they do like work that I like am really intrigued by, but like I just don't have the balls to go up and talk to them, so I just kind of pretend like they don't exist. Thoughts, comments, like do you guys do you guys do that too? Because I feel like that's something I need to work on, because I feel like in order to become a better person just internally, like for myself, I feel like I need to be able to kind of you know, be more open in that aspect. Like I said, I am an open person. It's just like if I don't know you, like I said, when it comes to being open, I'm meaning this in the context of like if I know you, right? But if I don't know you, there's no reason for me to be open with you, right? And so I'll see someone that I like don't admire is a strong word, okay? Like I'm intrigued by, okay? I'm intrigued by I like I'll see their work and I'm like their portfolio or whatever. I'll be like that is their work is fucking insane. And I'll tell them that to their face if I'm like reviewing their portfolio in front of them. But like outside of class, I'll pretend like they don't exist. Because it's not like I hate them, right? It's not like I'm in, I think it always comes down to I feel like I'm not worthy enough to talk to them. Like I feel like I don't have like enough of a personality to like sustain a conversation that is worthy of their time. Because at the end of the day, if you're talking to somebody, you're taking like time out of their day in order to provide their attention to you. And so that's how I think of it. I'm like, okay, so if I talk to them, I have to have like a purpose, because if I'm talking to someone without a purpose, I'm wasting their time. And that's not how I feel when it comes to like conversations, but that's how I feel when it comes to me talking to other people. But if someone's coming up to me and they just want to shoot the shit with me, totally fine with me. Like I invite that because I love shooting the shit. And like honestly, they can just talk my ear off while I just do work, because I like having that background interaction, and I'll just like, I'll occasionally look up and be like, yeah, it's cool. Um but like when it comes to me actually interacting with other people, I feel the need to like have like that purpose, because I don't want to waste people's time. I don't want to come up to them and be like what do I even fucking open with? Like what the fuck am I supposed to say? Like, hey, I like your shit. Can we talk? Because it's like it's already over and done with, right? We're outside of class, like they're just doing their own thing. And so I don't know. I try to be a little bit more like kind of like I've been trying, and I do like sometimes like interact with people that I think that have like really cool stuff or like people who I find intriguing, like outside of class, like, hey, what's up, or like stuff like that, or like nice work in class or something, or like good job on your presentation or shit like that. But like I don't like hold like a sustained conversation with them. And I like there are times where I do want to get to know somebody like better, but like at the same time it's like I don't want to waste their time, or like I don't want to like seem like like overbearing, because what if they don't like me? Or like what if they don't care about me, or they not care about me, but what if they just don't care about like talking to me, like not like they don't care about me personally, just they don't care about having a conversation, like just care about having a conversation with me. It's not that they don't care about me as a person, it's like the act of like the conversation itself, and that's how I think of it. And like I don't know, it's that's how like my brain is always like on like another level. It's like it shouldn't be like this difficult to converse with people, but like I have to like have that like structure, or else it's like what the fuck, like if I didn't have that like rigidity, I feel like I would like like just never talk to anybody like ever. Like a lot of the times I feel like I have to like force myself to talk to people. I always like whenever I'm talking to someone, I always like am like thinking of like ways that I can like it's like playing a fucking Bethesda game. I can't say that word because it has these vowels that I can't pronounce. But the motherfuckers that made Baldur's Gate, okay? Or like not Baldur's Gate. What am I thinking of? Is it Dragon Age? I don't know. It's those games that where like you have those dialogues, and then you have to like choose like these like varying like it's like those dialogue things, and then you have to like choose these answers, and they like branch out and stuff like that. Like that's how my brain works. I'm always like thinking of like ways that I can like engage with a person in order to get the prime result, or like the best result. And like I don't know why I do that. I feel like I should just let the conversation flow naturally, but I never do that. I like always kind of like force myself. I have to like force myself to talk to people. It's not like I don't like talking to them, but I really have to like force myself to kind of like make it more kind of like conversational. Because if it were up to me, and if I didn't force myself to talk to people, it would just be like, oh, how's your day? And I'll be like, it's good. And that's it. Like, but like if I were to force myself, I'm like, oh yeah, my day is good. How's your day? Like, what did you do today? And stuff like that, right? And that's when I force myself. But if I don't force myself, it's like I give them the bare minimum, and it's like I don't want to do that. Like I do want to have a conversation with people, but like you have to put in effort, and that's what I'm trying to do, and like that's a part of like my self growth journey that I'm trying to do. But like at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna force it too much. Like I don't think it's like something I need to like heavily improve on. It's just something I want to like slowly start to implement more into my life in order to become a more kind of well versed, well adjusted person in this society. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I don't know. I've been ranting on for a while. I think I want to. Oh, let me show you. I'm making like a hat for my grandma in Vietnam. My dad bought me all this yarn. I think I told you guys. And I've been trying to use it up, and yeah, it's a little big. I still have to add like a rim or something or like a border. But it's a little big on me, so hopefully it fits her. I don't know what size her head is. Um, but yeah, has like a little flower design on top. Yeah, I need to wash it though. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I really should count when I make this shit. Because this is supposed to be what, a pentagon, and I made it into a hexagon, and I'm like, I don't want a hex. Is this a hexagon? And 6 sides. Yeah, 6 sides is a hexagon. I wanted a pentagon, 5 sides, but then I miscounted. And I'm like, how did I do that? Like, the pattern I was following was a pentagon. I think I fucked up like here, because this hole's like bigger than the rest of them. So that's my fault, but it is what it is. I mean, I'll just add a border around it and see how that cooks. But yeah, thank you for letting me like rant to you guys. Okay, like I'm like itching my leg right now. Is it happening? Is it finally going to my legs? It best not. Oh my god. And like I've also well, I haven't been struggling with it recently, but like I've always struggled with it like since I was a kid, right? Because like I don't know, for some reason, like whenever I'm like walking a lot, like my body becomes like super like swollen, like regardless of if I'm like cause like that happened to me when I was like overweight, right? And then I like lost weight, and then it still happened to me when I was like at like a normal weight. And it happened to me when I was like underweight as well. It like happened to like different ranges, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like it shows mostly on my legs, like specifically my calves. What a weird word. And it's always been like that. I've always had super big calves, because whenever I walk around a lot, they get like super, I don't want to say swollen, but they get like super tight, and it starts to hurt really bad. And they get like they can get like super fucking big. Like I can start the day with this, and then like the end of the day it's like this, and like I don't know what that is. So I bought like some like compression socks to kind of help with that. And I'm hoping that like that kind of like helps a little bit, because I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm never going to the doctor unless I'm on death's door. But like it's been a problem ever since I was like a kid. And I just never really kind of thought about it up until now. And I'm like, wow, like that does happen if I walk around a lot, because generally I'm a pretty like sedentary person. I like sit around a lot, and I just kind of dick around. And so when I'm like up and about, I'm like, why do my legs hurt so bad? And why do like I've realized this, like every single day I come home from like a day of just walking, just normal walking. I can like walk in a Target for like an hour, and my legs will do that. And I come back home, and I'm like, why do my legs feel so tight and swollen and so like big? And then I'll like lay down for a while, and then they'll go back down, and then I'll get it back up and then do things, and then I'll like check my legs again, and they're fucking huge again. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know what that issue is, but hopefully compression legs will help with that. And I've been doing some more leg exercises and just kind of like getting my body moving. And I read up on it, and I was like, I don't know if it's like lymphedema or whatever. Okay, I don't want to say that I have that, because I don't know what the fuck. I don't want to be WebMD motherfucker over here, but like I don't know what it is, but like I'm going to try to manage it on my own and see like if I can like try to like alleviate some of the symptoms. And if it doesn't work out, so yeah. I think that's probably, yeah. I'm gonna cut that off there. Oh yeah, and then other parts of my body also get swollen, like my face kind of gets swollen as well, my hands get swollen. And that happens a lot when I'm like in the car as well, or like if I'm like overheating, like if it's super super fucking hot, or like if it's even like a little bit humid, I will like literally swell up so bad, and I'll become like super like Like, yeah, like I'll, yeah, so like that's why I don't fare well when like I'm in like the heat and if I'm walking around a lot. So like that's why the state fair for me was like a big worry. But like I did fine there. It's just I did swell up a lot when I got home. And you guys know about that like redness. um but yeah, I gotta be more kind of cautious about that. um but yeah, I just have to move around more. I think I just have to be a little bit more active and just kind of get my body moving more, and that has been happening. I've been I've been like trying to walk more and just kind of like whenever I like I like I'm habitually like a really bad person when it comes to like taking shortcuts. And so I've been trying to take the long way whenever I walk just so I can get more steps in and I get more movement, because at the end of the day I'm like mostly like sitting down at a desk and hunched over like fucking like eyes scrunched up in the with like Photoshop in front of me, like getting pissed off at like something. So like yeah. So yeah, I need to get my steps in for real. Okay, I need to log off, like seriously, because I gotta go. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, leave your comments below if you guys do the same shit I do. If you guys don't, then leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I don't need to hear your judgment. All right, whatever. All right. Kisses. Mwah.